All right, here's our Mercedes key fob. I usually just set it right up there. Just gonna walk you through some of the dash things. The steering wheel has buttons on both sides that seem kind of similar. I'll explain those. Basically, this side, your driver's side, controls this screen. Let's go ahead and start it. Push button start. Now, the important one is the home button on both. So you hit home button, this goes to the home screen. This is basically your mouse. You can scroll up and down. And then when you go to the home screen, you can go left through the different things. A lot of them are the same that are on this screen. But there are some specific one. If you swipe all the way left, it goes to service. In the service screen, it'll tell you if there's error messages. It'll tell you about your DEF, diesel exhaust fluid, which is also here. The DEF gauge is always on there. You can scroll down. Again, I'm just swiping down in that little cursor button. You can check the tire pressure. It'll give you temperature and pressure of each of the tires. I keep going back to get to the last screen. And then the other important one might be engine oil. There is no dipstick on the engine under the hood, so you have to go into, again, we'll start over, home screen, and then all the way to the left is service. Scroll down, engine oil level, and it'll show the engine oil level. Interesting thing is the engine oil sensor takes a long time. So I never add more than a quarter quart at a time. And sometimes it doesn't register me adding oil until the next day. So that is a little frustrating. One time it just wasn't going up, so I kept adding oil every time, after a little bit of driving, and then I got a message saying it was over full. So quarter quart at a time, and wait till the next day. There's your normal screens, trip screen, navigation, radio, all that, but I prefer to use this larger screen for most of those items. What isn't controlled on the large screen is cruise control on, off, set, cancel, resume, and then this is your distance between cars. It's got the adaptive cruise control, so if you come up on somebody going slower, it will automatically slow you down and you'll end up matching their speed. And then as you toggle this closer and farther away, you'll stay a farther distance away. I like to max it out away. I like to be as safe and as far away from people as possible, so I keep it on the farthest setting. So now let's go over to this side. This again is this large screen. This is a touch screen, so you can do everything over here. Connect to your phone, navigation. There's a large, nice navigation screen. You can type in the address of where you're going. All that. Again, just like the other one, hit home and you go back to this home screen. So there's phone if you got your phone connected. There is satellite radio, so there it is activated, so you can check out all these satellite radio stations. Again, I'm using this center button as a mouse and scrolling through all of these. You do media if you're just connected by Bluetooth and want to play your music. Info, this gives you some more information on engine. There's also an operator's manual if you're trying to learn something about the Mercedes, not the camper part, just the Mercedes. That would be in this operator's manual. And then the other thing you might be interested, again, home screen, all the way to the right now we're at the settings screen. Within the settings screen, at the top here, I'm going to click System. I'm going to scroll down, and Wi-Fi. The Mercedes has its own Wi-Fi. It's T-Mobile. Around my home area, T-Mobile service is terrible, so I don't really use the vehicle Wi-Fi, but it is here. If you're away from my home area, you might have better. So I see Wi-Fi. I always want to click it as if it's going to open a menu, but all it's doing is toggling it on and off. So I'll do it. I do this by accident. I did it on purpose this time. But what it just did is it just shut the Wi-Fi off. And it didn't give me another screen to choose from. So now we see the toggle. The light's not on. So let's toggle the Wi-Fi back on and show you how. Let's activate vehicle hotspot. It's activated. So vehicle hotspot. Now we're in a menu. See, there's an arrow there, not just the on-off button. Connect device to vehicle hotspot. I do connect via QR code. Take your phone, take a picture of that, and it will automatically start the syncing procedure to sync your phone to the Wi-Fi. So that's how you get onto the vehicle Wi-Fi. Hopefully when you get away from my home area, the T-Mobile service works better. You can also do it with a passcode. But I find that QR code is very easy. A couple other things. We've got a backup camera here. It goes off when you're doing 5 or 10 miles an hour. It does come on when you're backing up, or if you can manually toggle it on if you're at a stoplight or something, as long as you're going under that 5 miles an hour. Volume up and down. The rest of these I don't really ever use. Air conditioning and heat controls there. So that's pretty self-explanatory, just like any other car. There's some good storage there. The neat thing is here, lots of storage. I keep the keys for the outside accessories in here. So easy to find, and just a little bungee I was using for something I'm no longer using. Again, the key I normally put in there, and a little cup holder. This center section has a wireless charger. If you place your phone on there, it will wirelessly charge. These are USB-C ports. This one, the one all the way to the left, is for, I thought maybe that was a cigarette lighter, it's not. This one connects to the radio and things, so if you're doing Apple CarPlay from your phone, you want to plug your lightning cable to USB-C into this one. These are just 2 additional USB-Cs. And then in that one, more storage, I've got my registration paperwork for the license plates on the vehicle in there. And then the only other thing is, can't really see it, but here there is an actual cigarette lighter plug-in and an additional USB-C. We're talking now just under the cup holders, as well as by the emergency brake there is another cigarette lighter plug. So if you have a accessory that needs cigarette lighters, that'd be there. So I think that's the main things for now. Up here, you can turn on these lights, or you can just do, if you click the side, you can just do the one side little reading light, or the other one. So yeah, that's the main important controls you'll find, other than seat control, forward, back. There's also some buttons on the side of the seat to do that. Heated seats, doors unlock and lock. Lights are automatic, so I don't really ever touch those. There is some fog lights you can toggle on if you want. So yeah, I think that's really it as far as Mercedes important things to know.